Thursday night from the Andover Community Center, and girls high school soccer and postseason play is about to drop the puck here as the Andover Huskies 14-10-1 and the number 2 seed in Section 7AA playing host to the 3-22 Elk River Elks. They are currently ranked number 7 in the section. Couple of key players and the key factors here. Joe Ruland, glad to have you with us tonight as the crowd still making their way in here to the Andover Community Center. Key player here today, Jaden Peterson. She is hot. She is making her way and really starting to fire that biscuit. 9 goals, 7 assists on the season, 16 total. Keep her eye. She's also got 3 shorthanded goals, does the junior Jaden Peterson. Again, a key factor here for the Elks this afternoon, and she'll engineer that first line for Elk River. Meanwhile, turning the page and moving over to the Huskies. The Huskies obviously have Julia Gertis, a top scorer, but coming from that blue line, one to keep an eye on is Taylor Schreifels, number 4. Schreifels is a junior. She is the captain of the squad, one of the captains. 11 goals, 9 assists, 20 points on the season, 3 power play goals, and she engineers a lot from that blue line, and she's got some juice in the skates that sizzle. We're ready to drop the puck, controlled here by Elk River in the red, with the white trim moving right to left. Section play here, you can never tell what's going to transpire. Teams kind of elevate and play to a different level in section play all around, and it begins across the state here this afternoon. Freed puck now settle up, shot blocked there and picked up on that far wing. Moving it up is Piper Andrews. Andrews has to avoid not only a defender but also the official who lost his footing right at the blue line. A loose puck, Karam at that half wall. Karam's back out. Picked up there defensively by Fensky momentarily. That first line consisting tonight again of Gertis, Larson, that's Iceland Larson, and Piper Andrews. Andrews had played the blue line for quite some time, but around Christmas moved her up to the wing spot here. Just shot just wide of the mark. Skater heads to the ice there for the Elks, and a chance now on the transition for the Huskies. A long shot hits behind the net in goal. Kenna Mogren, I'll get you more of her numbers and analytics here, but the first stop. They'll ring it along the board. Race to the puck ensues. And getting there to seal off the defender. And some nice hustle that time. That was Sophia Lee. Sent right back in again. Huskies again in the white. Getting things ready and trying to stack now their first 4-game win streak of the season. They've collected wins their last 3 games to end the season. They'll dump in and bring in some fresh gates. Collision emerged right there with Peyton Haley. And then a loose puck on the doorstep. Haley scores, gets it. Oh my. The loose change, good effort, some great pressure. And Peyton Haley lights the lamp and gets the Huskies up top early here in this first period. She wasted little time, and I'll tell you, Mogren had little time to react. You could see that collision, and then finally coming it up and trying to get over to close that gap was Mogren, but unable to do so. Celebration ensues, and a 1-0 lead for the Andover Huskies. Again, the Elks win the faceoff and covering up. A little physical activity after that puck was shot in, but it's covered up there for Claire Hills. Let's just set on Claire Hills, the goaltender here this afternoon for the Andover Huskies. She's a senior, a record of 10-10-1, and a goals against of 2.21, a save percentage so impressive of 914 and a shutout. We'll talk about her career record throughout the game here, in addition to her postseason. Both just dazzling numbers for Claire Hill. She is one of the alternate captains. Larson will pick up a dime and an apple on that assist. Gertis goes down as she loses her footing. 3-on-2 numbers now for the Elks, dropping it in top. Shot of the face-off circle there. Easily handled after the shot. And the wrister there taken by Bella Reinholtz. No rebound to be had. 1-0 lead. Again, the assist on that goal just moments ago by Peyton Haley. Shelby Larson picks up the assist. Even strength goal. dips it in, and now Andrews gets after it in the corner. Piper trying to pinch in. The Huskies unable to hold. Gertis will chase after it and now try to seal off the Elks on the defense. Back behind, trying to control. It was Clough, left it back behind, and now a breakout pass disrupted right at the blue line. A carry in, trying to make his Maya Brunel. Face off just outside the blue line. A draw here. Control, trying to move it. Now it comes loose. Race to the puck ensues, but it's redirected back out. Wagner was trying to get there first. Long pass. She gets the tip. Does Wagner just outside the blue line. And the Huskies go puck hunting. Behind the net. Finds it to the corner. Now circling back near the blue. A drop pass at that far point. There's Clough. Clough moves it down low. Puts a shot on. Almost startled the goalie that time, Mogren. She made the save. Crisscrossing behind the net. The Huskies trying to cycle and get that puck in some space. Deflected, now holding the zone. Continuing to move. Shot here. Deflect, scores! The Huskies work it. Excellent cycling. Good puck control. And finding the back of the net is Tegan Olsen. Her 5th goal of the season. And the Huskies are up 2-0 early here in this first period. 13-28, and it all started really on a good, hard shot by Clough that caught Mogren off guard. And it looked like she never quite got that focus back again. Schreifels will certainly get one of those assists as well. And Huskies are up early. 2-0. And they continue to cycle and now trying to work it out of their own end. They're going to make it an unassisted goal to Tegan Olsen, her 5th goal of the season. South of 13 to play, first period. Thanks for joining us on audio only. At the conclusion of the game, then we'll be able to match up that audio with the video. Joe Rulin along with Jim Childs. He'll join us shortly, just getting a few of the headset difficulties and audios under control. Behind, continuing to bang it out. The Huskies look for a way to hold the zone. Unable to do so. Sending it deep. The breakout, Reinholtz. Again, the player to watch out here for the Elks as well. Number 9, Jaden Peterson. She comes in with 9 goals, 7 assists. Loose puck and gathered right back in and swept into the pads by Claire Hills.
Good start for the Huskies tonight. As got a chance at 2 early goals. You know, that first, and Joe, I'm sure you've talked about this. This is the first time they played. Elk River was up 1-0 after 1 period, and really defensively had a great effort against the Huskies earlier.
Yeah, Belladal with that goal. Now a chance to up the ante here, trying to get by the defense. Both Piper Andrews and the puck will get by. Holding the zone inside. Clough with a high wrister, a rising wrister just off the mark inside the blue line. They crisscross along that far board. Andrews tries to send it down deep. Gertis is there, then her stick is tangled up. Obstructed, wasn't able to get to it there. Now the breakout chance here for the Elks. One pass and back out to center ice. Wheeling and dealing it back around the boards was Fensky. Huskies continuing with the pressure. There's Andrews. 6 goals, 6 assists on the season. Clough has it, shot above the dot, gets it. Clough gets it back again, tries to go short side and unable to convert, but a couple of good opportunities. Holding the zone, near side. A Whistler goes over the top on a shot by Fensky. Gets by, Clough unable to hold the zone. Tries to recuperate and get back. Now on the stick, Gertis skates in. Top scorer of the season for the Huskies. Drop pass there, and Fanning on a shot. Good drop pass, but Audrey Lynn could not find that puck between her skates. Larson had it, drops it there. There's Schreifels with a low shot that sometimes causes some confusion. In the front, trying to deflect and redirect that puck. Schreifels masterfully pinches in and puts a backhand behind the net. Still with it. The Huskies are on the buzz here early in this matchup. Huskies have picked up the last 14 wins of this matchup. The last win for Elk River versus Andover came way back in 2016-17, and that was a section semifinal matchup. So Huskies, they've got it going right now. They're cycling, they're buzzing, and they're up 2-0, Jim.
Yeah, an excellent job out in front by the Huskies just to create not only screens but some redirects too, as the pass from the defensemen are right there.
Elks have been pretty strong on the faceoffs early on. Trying to jump in there was Stanislawski, candidate. She's got 5 goals. That first line is out there. This one flutters high. It was deflected on that shot by Bella Dahl, and almost an off-speed floater that time. We should get you updated because we haven't just yet. Kenna Mogren is in goal. Things kind of happened and peppered, and an explosive start for the Huskies. Kenna Mogren in goal. She's got a 5.08 ERA, 1-15, 1-15 on the season, and a shutout to her portfolio. She has seen a lot of biscuits. 2-on-1 numbers now for the Huskies. Skating in far side, Larson, low wrister, tries to get the rebound, does, but it's redirected off to the side. Picked up by Stanislawski. She's commandeered and kind of guided off the puck, shall we say, by Larson. Back again, another rush coming in, trying to set up and redirect. And the behind was Rolfer at half wall into the corner. Cut up, nice defensive play to obstruct that pass on the breakup by the Huskies. Still badly in the near corner. Finally, the Elks are able to move it through the neutral zone. Clough is back to get to that puck, puts it off the board. Nice pass, hits the stick of Piper Andrews. That's going to be a whistle. I don't think she has the legs of Will Chamberlain or what have you to be able to dangle that long.
Piper Andrews took a little left-hand turn before she got in there. But it's great to see her. The first matchup between these two, Andrews was not part of it, and I think that top line is that missed her out.
Huskies coming out with a lot of pop and a lot of fuel here. Is a first period having them up with 2 early goals, 2-0. We approach 9 to play in a quick moving first period. A couple of players go down just below. Scampering to the corner. Looking there. Now trying to rotate and move away. Andrews sends it to Schreifel. Schreifel sends one through it. Got through, a beautiful pad save. Also trying to direct and deflect in front. Gertis and crew. Gertis sends it behind in it. Now digging, trying to get at it. Mogren just being tested early and often. Back to retrieve. Huskies trying to send it, deflected. Now Carey and Andrews has it. Piper gets by. She's brought down. Penalty coming up here on the Elks just as soon as they touch the puck. There it is. Midway through this first period, a 2-0 lead, and now a power play for Andover.
Over
71 goals. There you get a look at the penalty, or at least a player. In the gate there is Alex Roth, a junior. But you're right, certainly some better proficiency. And the good thing about postseason starting is you can kind of have now your postseason numbers instead of regular season. But here's a break, a chance for a shorty. Slicing, moving it back. That's Jaden Peterson. We talked about her at the start. She's got 3 shorthanded goals on the season, almost had a 4th. She timed in great anticipation to bust up that pass. Andover now comes in to settle as Olsen. She's got the 2nd goal. And that slot unable to settle the puck. Back comes the Elks. Good pass, just miss on connecting. Sent back deep, Clough is there. Still 1:10 remaining. On the skater advantage here for the Huskies. Clough gains the line. She's got some juice going all along. Puts the shot, tries to go 5-hole. Pad save there, controlled, but now's more support for Clough. Pass again. Andrews tried to get it back to her teammate. Just got that puck lodged in that tough spot, locked up her stick, and then the rebound just kind of moved it out.
Really good defensive work with the stick by
Was
tying up that stick and nowhere to go.
And Clough came in with, just like she's a speed skater on the Olympic team, the way she came in with that velocity and conviction, and then it wasn't quite enough support to help her, but she put a good shot on. And I got to tell you, anything you can get on Mogren this early. See it? You know what, we're going to touch on most of the events here tonight during this broadcast. In front deflect, good job there to get a stick on it by Gertis, but an even better job to make the save by Mogren. Just under 7, more importantly, 25 left on the power play. Off the board, it springs there. Gertis heads to the ice, she's back up again. First line back out there. And Iceland Larson deflected. Getting over there. Get a look at Peyton Haley. Haley had the first goal tonight. Cernan shot below the dot off the right and looked like it hit the post after it hit the shoulder. Another penalty is going to be assessed here just as the first one expired. And a hooking penalty. Whistled here, and with 6:27 to go. Off the face-off control, it'll be the power play opportunity here for the Elks. Elks would love to cut into this deficit. Deflects, now a chance. Here's a shorty, moving in. Larson has a chance, cuts back, looks ahead, and gets that puck to slide right over the top. Her head went up, and so did the stick for Lexi Wagner as she lifted that chin, and up came the stick over the top, and it kind of guided right into Mogren. Controlled face-off here. Another shorty. A shot put on by Clough. 90 seconds left on the skater advantage here for the Elks. Coming to the mark of 3-22. This one goes on goal. The difference is, unfortunately, for Elk River this year. They've scored just 29 goals and have had 144 goals scored upon them. And that means poor Mogren. At the amount of pucks, she's had 562 saves, and she has seen, I think it was close to near 700 shots. So that'll keep you up at night. Trying to chip it out of the zone. Andover with still a minute left on the power play for Elk River. Schreifels being bothered there by the X. Finally lifts it up, but not out. Held right at the near point. Good keep that time by Bryn Howard. Rings along the board all the way back. Mogren will stop it behind the net. Andover this year, oh, by the way, one of their lows in quite some time in terms of goals produced. 71 goals. And on the season, they've surrendered 51. And in the first period, they've outscored their opponents just 13-7. A slow start has really kind of been difficult this season for the Huskies to kind of overcome in many cases. Schreifels collects the puck off the board here, back to Larson. 5 seconds left as Larson draws 3 of the Elk River players, and now a successful penalty kill complete for Andover with 4:20 to go. First period, 2-0 lead. Andover came out with a lot of vigor and a lot of juice here to start this game. As you could kind of tell what the tempo maybe in the chat in the locker room was in this, the quarterfinals of the Section 7AA. Good shot that time. Even better was the deflection, but Hill saw it all the way and watched it to the corner.
How many goals you don't score when you've got a goalie like Clara Hills that has been in there for most of the 2020s.
Yeah, 10-10-1 this year. As last year, her record was 18-8-1. The goals against of 1.36, and then her sophomore year, her record was 19-6-2 and 10 shutouts. Deflected. Now shot turns. Good play that time to put a quick shot back on there by Stanislawski. But Heels had it covered and directed it to the corner. Elk River, cross ice. Trying to find some space. Unable to find it with the puck. Good little moonwalk attempt to try to stay on side. Unable to do so, though, was Lily Rolford. The faceoff will come just outside the blue line. This year, one of those years, second consecutive year that the Huskies have not won the Northwest Suburban Conference. Of course, they've got a team up top that is one of the best in the state in Centennial, Spring Lake Park. Battling. Trying to look at the wraparound. Gertis sends it to Schreifels here at the near point. Back down to Gertis. Gertis circles back. Good job by Schreifels just to swat it back down low again, just below the goal line. Here comes Andrews. Andrews turns, fires. It's the side of the net. Quick cutting, getting it back. Another chance. Andrews again has another look. Piper goes for the hat trick. Oh, hits the post, and that puck just walked the red line, did not cross. Curtis has it back, tries to feed again. Piper Andrews. It says like she's trending, she's hot, she's got to get it, trying to get a saucer pass to clear. They do, they finally get it. That is Elk River. Out to center ice, and then it's brought in offside. Whoa, Piper Andrews. A couple of good looks.
Goalie's looking the opposite direction. And unselfish is the Huskies.
Yeah, I thought it would maybe even hit a skate of one of the Elk River players. It did not, but still 2:25 to go, 2-0 lead. The faceoff now comes into the attack zone, the offensive end here for Andover. Pinching over, trying to hold the zone, and now double teamed by a couple of the Elk River players. That was on the far side by Dorstedt. Picking it right back up, getting some fuel going. You can see it, Olsen. Olsen with that second goal here in this first period, an unassisted goal. Gets it back again, does Olsen. Along those dasher boards, here's a high wrister climbing right up to the shoulder areas, and a nice save and focus there by Mogren to make the save. And no rebounds to be had. And Mogren. Mogren comes in with a save percentage of .877. Back in front, tried to work that between the post and the pad, but she covers up. Does Kenna Mogren. 3 wins this season for Elk River, and they've come against Northern Tier 4-0. Osseo Park Center, a 2-1 win, and then a 1-0 win over Anoka. The winner of this game will take on the other quarterfinal matchup here as Anoka is hosting that first matchup. Oh, skate through, Clough missed that. Now 2-on-1 numbers here. Fleck trying to capitalize on the numbers. Peterson cannot control, bounces off her stick, and they throw it right back out in front of the net, does Elk River. And it's the Huskies who circle in their own end, move it out, good tape-to-tape pass, and they have a 2-on-1 opportunity. Larson, a puck bounce back and roll at it. So Anoka here also playing the winner. As I mentioned, Jim will play the winner of that Anoka game. That's it. Yeah. some excellent goaltending as well for Anoka. There's Schreifels who absorbs a shot there as the crowd's starting to come in. It was almost as though I think some people thought maybe the game started at 7 and not 6 because because you could see people come not quite in, and then finally they're like, oh my God. I see them on the phone calling. It's either that or they're talking to their bookie. But I think or they were trying to reach Jim Giles. 50 seconds left, first period. Another power play chance here for Andover. Looking across up top. Schreifels has it. Regathering thanks to Iceland Larson. That goes off the skate of Peyton Haley. As Huskies having trouble just getting that power play in motion. 23 seconds, a high wrister misses the net altogether from that far point. Pinching in, Schreifels has it. Kick right back over, and now Iceland. Larson takes it to the corner, surveys in front. Now Gertis controls. Gertis from behind the net. Surveys out in front, takes it to the corner, tried to get to spacing. 5 seconds left. Schreifel's shot is blocked just off of her stick, and now Gertis locks it up near point. But we have the conclusion of the first period. It is a 2-0 lead for Andover. They outshot Elk River 15-3, Jim. And when we resume, they'll have still Andover a $110 left on the power play.
Yeah, good start. The early goal kind of set the tempo. They got another challenge, not too far out of that. Looks solid out there.
Peyton Haley picks up that first goal, the sophomore. She was assisted by Shelby Larson on that goal number 1. The second goal picked up unassisted by Tegan Olson, and that have put the Huskies up by a 2-0 margin. We're at the end of one complete here from the Andover Community Center. We'll return after a few of these announcements and some entertainment here from QCTV.
We started off the year 2-2, kind of 500, and then we won like 6 or 7 straight, and then after that, it's kind of been up and down. So we just try to stay together, be a close-knit group, and just, have fun together. That's the main goal.
It's been great. We've had our ups, we had our downs, and we've been working through it all together though. Nobody's gotten down, and we don't let the highs get to us like too much. So yeah, I feel like we're on a good path right now.
We'll adjust every week. Like personnel-wise, we switch up our starters a lot, so we got to adjust from there. Whether it's we're playing more bigs or more guard-like, we'll switch it up. Defensively as well, we'll do switching and everything. So it's week to week.
It definitely depends on the teams we're playing. If we're playing a big team, we're gonna work on digging out the post, or if we're playing a smaller team, we're gonna try and pressure them off the line. So it really just depends week to week, but the preparation stays the same. We're working hard every single day in practice, and just doing the little stuff every day.
Braden Beckman, 2 shots, good. And that one rattles in.
Yeah, everything was clicking that night. We were making shots. We played decent defense. I feel like we could have been better, but you know, that's the kind of stuff we can do in this team. And when we start flowing, we can really start connecting, and you can just feel it.
Obviously, when I'm playing, it's not like get to 100, get to 100. It's just like if you get to 100, it's great. But I was on the bench when we hit 100, so it was happy seeing those guys go out there. Some of those guys get their first buckets and hit 100, so it's a cool milestone.
Pretty much every game we go out to eat after, you know, we're a really close-knit group.
Where do you eat?
Anywhere that's open. We like B-dubs. We'll go to B-dubs, we'll go to Chipotle, we'll go to Chili's. We'll do pretty much anything, but favorite game has got to be Anoka. It's always fun playing them.
We've had a lot of younger kids step up this year, which is surprising to me, and they're gonna be a good group of kids next year. And they've really brought the intensity and really helped us out a lot this year. I like to see Blaine again at the end of the year, especially they got us the first game of the year. And I feel like we're a lot better team now, so I feel like we can compete a lot better next game.
We got Blaine again, and that's probably our rival as of now. They're really solid in our conference, so I'm happy to see them again. Make it state. Make it state, obviously, go as far as we can, but make it state is our biggest goal.
Obviously make it to state, you know, that's always the goal. But, you know, it's just nice being able to connect with all my teammates and just have that bond.
Yeah, I'm just hoping we can make it to state as a team. You know, as a senior in my last year, I'd really like to experience that, just going to state as a team, and I think we've got a really good shot at it.
Hey Andover, if you love taking photos, I have some great news. The City of Andover has just launched their first ever community photo contest, and they want to see Andover through your eyes. If you live, work, or go to school in Andover, you could submit your pictures that are taken within the Andover borders. Here are the categories: nature and landscape, people and parks, architecture and city life. Winning photos will be featured on the city website, social media, and in the Andover Today newsletter. Plus, winners will be recognized at a city council meeting. The deadline to enter is February 28th. So grab your camera or phone and start snapping. To submit your photos and learn more about the contest, visit the City of Andover's website. See our card now. Really nice out here. Go explore, take pictures, showcase Andover.
School is back in session, and that means skating school is too. The Andover Community Center's Learn to Skate program is a perfect way for kids to build confidence, learn new skills, and have fun on the ice. Whether your child is just starting out or ready to take their skills to the next level, there's a class for everyone.
Yep, so we have a lot of Andover high school hockey players that come and help. A lot of coaches are the hockey players. We have had Ox players before, figure skaters as helpers.
We met up with Ashley, the program director who has been leading the Learn to Skate program for over 10 years, along with talented coaches like Jordan, who help skaters of all ages gain confidence on the ice.
I'm Jordan Giacomini, and I grew up in Andover, Minnesota, and I'm just out here through the summer, helping out with the kids and teaching them how to skate and do fun things with them.
The Andover Skate School provides students with a solid foundation in ice skating. Each level introduces new skills that build on what skaters have already mastered, helping them grow step by step.
We like to get kids out on the ice as early as possible. It's the state of Minnesota, and everybody needs to learn how to skate.
This program is about teaching the young kids how to skate and eventually go to become a hockey player, or figure skater, whatever they want to be.
For the younger skaters, ages 3 to 5, the Introduction to Ice class uses fun activities and games to teach the basics. Once they're ready, skaters can move on to the PALS or Basic program. The PALS program is a parent and child class, giving families a chance to learn together, while the Basic program offers group lessons for ages 3 to 15.
Yep, so we have 86 little kiddos signed up for our fall program. We have Intro to Ice, which is little kids that have never skated before. Then we have a PALS program, which is parent-child. And then we have Basic 1, 2, and 3. And our classes fill up super fast.
Registration for fall programs are now open at the Andover Community Center website. Don't miss out on your chance to sign up. And if you're passionate about skating, there's other opportunities. The Andover Skate School is currently hiring coaches. So if you enjoy working with children and have at least 5 years of skating experience, reach out to Cindy Ramsier to learn more.
Score! There you go.
For registration details and job opportunities, visit andovermn.gov.
Hi there. My name is Greg Stumpf. I'm the president of the Andover Lions in Andover, Minnesota. Did you know the Andover Lions have been helping out in the community for more than 50 years? We're a nonprofit organization that's been around since 1974, always looking for ways to make Andover a better place. We love working together with others. We're always looking for new members to join us. If you're 18 or older and have some time and fresh ideas, we'd love for you to volunteer with us. It's all about making a difference together. Our biggest fundraiser is the Andover Fun Fest, where we serve beer and bring the community together for a great time. Every dollar we raise goes right back to the community here in Andover. Come join the Andover Lions and help keep our community shining bright.
Huskies with a 2-0 lead as ready to start this period number 2 here, but let's take a look at some of the highlights that transpired in a hurry in that first period. And it happened in a hurry in the first about 90 seconds. You get the draw, some pressure here by the Huskies, and breaking in is a fire and keeping it nice and low, but Haley picks up the goal. Then follow up just moments later. Tegan Olsen tallies her 5th goal of the season. Some great pressure though coming back. A fluttering shot that hung up, but Claire Hills made the save. And then some wonderful opportunities turned away by Mogren that hit the far post, did not go in. Easily could have been a 3-0 lead. Shots on goal in this first period. 15-3 in favor of Andover. And as we take a look at, this is the quarterfinal matchup. The postseason just underway. We're going to look at the C is right here, the Northwest Suburban standings. As you can see, Centennial Spring Lake Park, they take home that conference with an impressive season, 10-0, perfect in the conference, followed by River City's Blaine, and then Andover at 6-3. Elk River finished 2-10 in the Northwest Suburban Conference. So team still not on the ice here with about 15 seconds left. And again, we're looking at a great matchup here. 2-0 for the Huskies. The winner will take on a good look there, but let's take a look at the Class 2A rankings as Hill Murray atop a tough team here. 21-3. The Huskies have defeated Hill Murray earlier this year. Number 2 ranked team Centennial, Spring Lake Park, followed by Holy Family. And then, of course, Minnetonka. Minnetonka really jumped on Elk River to start the season. In fact, put up an 18-0 win against Elk River in their season opener, followed by Edina, Woodbury, Maple Grove, Benilde St. Margaret, Wayzata, and Farmington rounds out the top 10 here for the Class 2A rankings. And both teams are back on the ice as we attempt to get Jim's audio complete here. Jim Childs.
Well, I think from what I understand, we're back up and we're good to go. Thank Ryan for making the trek out here.
Hey, and you know what, Jim? I'm just going to tell you that mime thing, mime announcing, just tough to pick it up.
Yeah, it does.
Make a note on that. So again, Joe Rulin, Jim Childs with you here on a matinee game on Thursday.
So I can take off the white face paint,
You
right?
can now,
okay,
yes, you can. Well, let's just get you through this period. Hey, the Huskies, they'll be moving right to left. And, Jim, just as you got here, too, they were up 2-0 quickly. And you got to like that speed and that lack of urgency.
Well, what's great is, you look at Coach Melissa Volk. Her last loss in section play was to Elk River, and that was back in 2017. The seniors were in first grade during that time, and everyone below was either in kindergarten or not even in school yet. So it's difficult to think about the last time you've seen a Husky lose in the section play.
Yeah, that was. In fact, Elk River swept Andover that year as a whole. But, hey, back then, 14 straight wins for the Huskies over Elk River. And they have a 2-0 lead as Piper Andrews carries in. Takes it behind the net. Low there, give and go on the crisscross. Iceland Larson sends it up. And Schreifels wants to take the shot. That time it took her a bit long to get the shot off. Able to deflect that time. Still on the power play. The Huskies here with 40 seconds left. Moving it around and finally clearing. And sending it length to the ice that time was Stanislawski. Still 30 seconds for Andover to try to put up a number here. They're up 2-0. Gertis tries to reach for it. Elk River gets there first along the dasher boards there. The Huskies control. Gertis recircles. 15 left on the power play. Just inside the blue line. Here comes a wrister scoring. Oh my! A rising wrister, bar down on the power play goal. And Schreifels lights it up for her team-leading 4th power play goal and the 12th of the season. And Andover has that 3-0 lead.
Comes right to the high slot, looks around. She had skaters open on each side. She decided to take it herself and just ripped it right past Mulgrew.
Well,
what a...
Off that crossbar, bar down, boom. What a goal. She has such an explosive wrister. And that thing just kept rising. And Mogren just had handcuffed her. 3-0, capitalizing early here in the second period. Andover skates out now, moves it beyond the blue line. They'll give it another run. Wagner chisels at it here. I mentioned for Schreifels, her 4th power play goal of the season, 12th overall goal. A wrister this time by Wagner, just went over the tip of the goal, the glove by Mogren into the corner, trying to put it back out in front. Just inside the blue, carried out by Elk River. They cannot connect on the pass. It's picked up, and we're going to get a penalty now on the Huskies for probably interference. That's what it is. 15:04 to go. Elk River's going to get their second look at the power play after a penalty issued here to Lena Fensky.
Assists on that goal, Joe, were Gertis and Andrews. And both of those two are probably really the two that are really most important for this postseason run for the Huskies.
18th assist there for Gertis. Andrews, her 7th apple of the season. Along the dashers there, now sending it out front. It goes across the way here to the near corner. Sent right back in, circling there. Peterson has it, comes over to help out, trying to hold. Unable to do so. Good pressure by Andrews. Andrews now brings it in, has a shorty attempt, backhander, tries it again. Save was made initially, then tried to get that backhander. And Andrews, you can kind of see she likes that pressure, as she knows as a blue liner how critical it is to hold the zone. And she was able to get it by and get a nice scoring opportunity.
I had Iceland Larson right by her too, and they almost kind of had a cross connection that they could have moved off together.
Working it out of their own end, but being bothered there. Nicely played by the Huskies, and Wagner just being pesky. Now Wagner has it, a chance. Shorty skating in, moving in, slicing in. So stops, wants to put the shot on. She's moved off the puck. She tried, I think, to make a quick stop and seal off the defender, but back comes Elk River. Cannot carry it in. It would have been an offside for the Elks, and they're forced back. And on this particular penalty kill, the Huskies have kept Mogren busier than what Hills has seen thus far. With 25 seconds left, Schreifels is moving in. Shot here, the score! Oh, she is lethal. Just 2 words, filthy, on another wrister. This time she goes low and gets the shorty.
Well, you could just see why she's such a weapon. Skates in, and no one, it's a 4-on-5 at this point. Skates in, little screen from the defenseman, and then just buries that. What a great shot. She's looking for that natural hat trick here in the second period.
Looks like her second shorthanded goal of the season. She already has her 4th power play goal. A specialty team set of goals there for Schreifels, and Andover has up 4-0. And still trying to work some magic here and get a little mojo going. Elk River, as they have 5 seconds left on the power play. Gertis gets there, distracts, and now tries moving it up along. Fluttering shot, trying to put it out of the box. Now a chance. Huskies come in, shot, whistle, that one's just wide. Beautifully passed up that time. Fensky coming out of the box, had the look. A no-look backhand that time for the Huskies, but unfortunately for Gertis, no one home, but an icing whistle will bring the puck back into the Andover offensive end of the ice with 12:43 to play. And oh my, a second period that starts very similar to the first, Jim.
Yeah, it certainly did. And you want to talk about an effective power play. That was an effective penalty kill, on the Huskies, not allowing a shot on that and really dominating offensively.
Yeah, they were playing downhill on that penalty kill. So they got a power play goal and a shorthanded goal, the Huskies, to start the second period, both by the same person. Working it back, and that's what you kind of like to see. Nice job to disrupt the pass. Now skating in, here's Elk River, moving it up, lifting it, and deflects into the netting. Showing some explosive speed. There was Jason Peterson. We talked about her to start the game. She comes in, 9 goals, 7 assists to lead the team.
Well, that was her second time with her anticipation. First one was on the penalty kill for in the first period for Elk River. That one, she was able to just anticipate and get out in front. Another opportunity. Good job by Peterson.
Tegan Olsen takes the draw. Huskies win, and now Olsen has it back on her stick. She trips up, and now a carry in for Andover. They had to hold for just a minute, or they would have been whistled for the offside. This is going to go all the way back and bring on a whistle for the ice. So that's 12:04 to go. And a 4-0 lead. Shots on goal. It seems much more than just 19-4, but nonetheless a 4-0 lead stands for Andover.
This is a rough period. The second period is a rough period for the Elks. They're at negative 46 on goals for versus against.
Andover in the second period this year. A shot and a score! Picking up the loose change and wasting no time. Hitting the back of the net, Audrey Lind picks up the goal. And Andover has now extended their lead to 5-0.
Well, that doesn't get much easier than that. Morgan looked the other way. I think she thought that the puck went to the left. Again, Schreifels with a great shot. Morgan looking to her right, lands right on the stick out in front. Goal for the Huskies.
Goal number 7 on the season. Off the face-off, trying to get there first. A little frustration and maybe a little spray that time by Jaden Peterson, as Hills makes that save to cover up.
She's got some speed. Like you wit mentioning, it might be short track speed though, right?
Yes. Closing it up, disrupting the shot just inside the blue line by Elk River was Wagner. Lind put together some back-to-back games with a goal. Up again at the blue line and knocked down to the ice that time was Tegan Olsen. Lind trying to find and dial up that puck again now. Again, Olsen sends it. Jumping in, trying to hold the zone that time was Mackenzie Evans. She does. Far point. Sends it across back to Evans. Evans flickers this shot. Gets deflected into the netting behind the goal. And with 11:14 to go, it remains a 5-0 lead. Nickel nothing for the Huskies. And they have just come out full throttle.
You really wonder what conversations went in the locker room. They came out with a great start, and then they kind of were on cruise control through the end of the first period. And they've come out with their hair on fire here in the second.
Taking that draw was Sydney Hermanson. Huskies win that draw. Clough takes it deep into the corner. Clough quickly tries to get back up as the puck hits her skate. Cairns up, and Andover just continuing to control the possession of the puck. This one leaks out beyond the blue line, and Clough is there. A carry-in, losing the edge. Fensky gets right back up again, drops it off to the teammate. I just wanted to look at the clock again to see if there was a power play that I'd missed or a penalty. Jammed up in the corner. Party of 5. Finally, it comes loose. Elk River tries to clear the zone. They do. Swinging, turning, and it rolls off the stick that time of Brunel. Brunel goes over to try to help out. Huskies send it deep, and they're going to try to make some forward changes on the fly. Deflects over the logo and sent right back in again by Andover. A bouncing, dangerous bouncing puck spinning as Mogren makes that save. Gertis circles to the corner. Now drop back up. We'll get a whistle for the ice. It's 9:45 to play here in period number 2.
Oh, like you mentioned, the side of the bracket the Huskies are on has Duluth versus Anoka. On the other side, you've got number 1 Forest Lake against Northern Tier, and the 4-5 matchup is Grand Rapids Greenway against Blaine.
Face-off win for Andover. In front there, Piper Andrews trying to get at least a obstructive view of Mogren, or at least get a tip, but carrying it out. Elk River sends it deep behind. Centering attempt. Cannot connect. Andrews will catch up with the puck, and it's a 2-on-1. She's got Gertis on the other side. Gertis stops, cuts, tries to tuck it in the sock drawer, and it is a goal. Beautiful pass, beautiful cut, and a nice backhand into the corner of the sock drawer, and Andover has now a boxcar nothing lead at 6-0 with 9:20 to go.
Well, I tell you what, Andrews really made that happen. Unselfish, gets it over to her teammate Gertis, and Gertis, after a couple of whacks, gets it past Holgren.
She put that right onto the tape.
Yep. And it just slides into the, as you would say, the garage door.
Just under that garage door, and now a 6-0 lead. And still 9:15 to play in the second period. And this looks like the Andover Huskies that we're used to seeing in the past. As I mentioned, they came in scoring 71 goals. That was a low for Andover.
Yeah, you look at, 118, 140, 178 in the last 3 years.
Yeah, in 2021, 194 goals, Jim. And then
It's
178 goals in 22, 23, 142. But it's great to see them kind of hit their stride, and we always say that postseason time.
Well,
it's
great. You've got probably one of the most experienced coaches in the history of girls hockey in Minnesota behind the bench for Andover.
Trying to mount up some more pressure. Shelby Larson puts it across into the slot, a pass down low. First to the puck there will be Rolfer. Quickly trying to hold, unable to get there in time, not from a lack of hustle. All the way back is Dorstedt. Tilringen along the board. Schreifels comes over to kind of seal off that forward from getting any farther to the puck. Rolfer again collides, center ice. It's sent right back in by Elk River. Andover, when you look at the shots on goal, they're 22, so they're being very efficient with their shots as well. With the 6 goals, rebound comes right back to Larson, and she fires that one wide. Hovering over, trying to hold the zone, doing just that. Good keep that time by Fensky. Workling to the corner, rims it from one corner to the other, pinching in. No pressure, finally a carry out here for Elk River. Elk River fires the puck, bounces the boards behind the net, carry out, and some good speed. Boy, that speed gets to be contagious, and numbers evolve quickly again. Another scoring opportunity emerged there on the exchange. Back again, fanning on that opportunity. That time was Shelby Larson, but I just enjoy watching that speed of Fensky as she started to cycle up to speed. Penalty now coming up to Elk River as they put a hard check behind the net on the Huskies, and I think that check was absorbed by Audrey Lynn.
That last rush, as you mentioned, able to get through three skaters from Elk River right at the blue line and push through, creates an odd skater rush, and Huskies just almost get the goal number, lucky number 7.
Oh my. Face off in the Elk River end. 7:07 to go. Period number 2. Elk River wins the face-off, sends it length of the ice. Now here's a chance on a shorty, but getting there to try to defuse it, at least she did momentarily, was Piper Andrews. They'll set it up here to Peyton Haley. Haley has 3 power play goals. She was tied coming into the game for the team lead. Inside the blue line, Schreifels wrist ones here through traffic. It bounces off the board, shielded and sticked back to the corner there by Mogren. Behind the net operating. The Huskies trying to put it up and extend that lead to 7-0. Still 1:20 left on the skater advantage. Works to the cross, moving in, shot from the dot, short side, and a save is made. Iceland Larson tried to light it up. She would have given her double digits in goals if she connected with that. 105 left into this power play opportunity in the second period for Andover. Piper Andrews kind of ties things up and gets eventually on the stick of Schreifels. That's not a bad option. Schreifels gets set. She wanted to unleash another wrister. It's deflected into the netting.
That's you're right. That is an option. That's a weapon, is what it is. It's Taylor. And you got to remember last year, one of the toughest section games they had was against Forest Lake. and against a really hot goaltender, and it was Schreifels who scored the game-winning goal in overtime on a wrister.
Far point, Clough has it. Clough cuts in, looks for the pass. It goes across the ice through the slot. Still controlled by the Huskies. Fensky, she'll send a high wrister and throwing the glove up and making a save. All I could see was a glove surfacing underneath, above all of that traffic, and a nice glove save without a rebound there by Mogren. Wow.
That was some traffic out in front.
Huskies win on the faceoff. Far point there, Clough giving it down low. Now near the dot. Give and go. Nope. Comes back. A one-timer fanned on by Fensky. Converging to the corner. There's Tegan Olsen who takes control. 10 seconds on the power play. Fensky down low to Tegan Olsen. Olsen across the way in the slot. Loose puck shot. Hits traffic. Clough unleashes one. Save is made once again there by Mogren. Back at full strength is Elk River. And still with the puck. Andover just inside the dot. They're trying to settle the puck. Fensky near side. She'll unleash one. Hard rebound. Surging in from the opposite corner was Olsen. She couldn't get to it in time. But now Lind has it. And then now Clough unleashes another forehand. Oh my gosh, a slap shot that time. Going back down. Another Husky player, but no penalty. 4.5 to play. The Huskies had controlled and possessed that puck for another 30-40 seconds after the penalty kill. Back they got back on. Now a high wrister, easy pad save. Sent to the corner. Back up. Here comes Elk River trying to get a little flow to their game going. The Huskies have done a great job in the neutral zone at distracting and really moving them off and dispensing any flow ability. Now Schreifels reverses ice behind the net. Trying to roll back at it as Elk River trying to mount some pressure and cut into this deficit by the end of the second period. Whistling back, loose puck in front, shut it in. Hills denies. A quick, rapid scoring opportunity. And turned away right on the doorstep. That was by Ava Allens. In the slot, unable to get the shot off. Certainly taking it back out. And now that first line getting back out there, but here's a chance near the end of the shift for the Huskies, trying to move it up and taking it to the corner. And that was Sophia Lee. She quickly gets to the bench. And skating in, the Elks. Shot here, just under 3. It's Andrews who picks it up. Piper runs it in. Kind of a little toe drag, kind of sealed off the defender with that move in, but a nice save made by Mogren. Circling back, here comes Schreifels. The Huskies just keep hitting that accelerator, Jim.
They certainly do. They've got their team up there.
Schreifels looks for the Hattie and unable to convert. Nice save on the one-timer. Blast by Schreifels. You know, she's got a lethal wrister, but that slap shot carries a lot more MPH and velo. Dropping it back, good movement. Good movement here. Oh, couldn't settle at that time, Gertis. And you gotta like the puck movement. Just efficient this time. Sent back out to the point. Deflected just beyond, forcing the Huskies back in Dorstead. Dorstead back to Gertis. They try to get right back into the flow. Trailing here. Gertis shot off the mark. Now trying to put it right back out in front. Gertis chases it down in the corner. Andrews back behind. I got to tell you, I really have liked the move of getting Andrews back up to the forward than versus on defense. On a delay there on the offside. I had asked Coach Volk earlier today, when did that move take place? She said right around Christmas. Just decided to kind of make that switch, and it sometimes still takes a couple of games, but I'll tell you, Andrews was always strong on the blue line for the senior, but she's got some certainly offensive game to her.
When she was a freshman, she was up front, and then she changed back last year. Versatile player.
90 seconds left, second period, 6-0 lead for Andover. Racing back to control, there is Hillier. Hillier there, being bothered by Shelby Larson, holding the zone. Good keep that time, and a loose puck, trying to shuffle it down to short side on the glove side, but unable. Karam's back behind, working in, a big shot, just skating right in big time, but that shot was Evans. Pinching in at that near point, it leaks out to center ice. Under a minute to go, a couple of the Elk River, and look at all of the attack of the
blood in the water right now.
I'm telling you, they just went right at it, all four of them. Now, loose puck chance now. Hillis was going to try to deny this. She does deny it. And, that puck was there in that slot, and a chance there for Elk River to get a goal here before the end of the second period, but denied by Hills.
Yeah, well, Hills, great job at staying square to the puck. If Elk River looks up, they've got a free skater over on the other side. Just push it over. It would have been a chance to break that goose egg up on the board.
40 seconds left in this second period. The Huskies have put up 5 goals and now on ice. I see the whistle there with 34 seconds left, and we talked about that last game. Hey, Huskies, should they be able to continue to win, it would be their 15th consecutive win over Elk River. I was talking about a goal actually earlier, was that kind of the one that really put them over the top. If you talk to Melissa Volk, it was a win that they had in that, I believe it was the 2017-2018 season, where they got the overtime win versus Elk River. And then an overtime win versus Forest Lake, who just by chance happened to be the #1 seed that year. Kind of ironic. We'll talk more about it as we will get to the end here of period number 2. And Jim, we've had, full throttle, not a lack of activity, but Huskies have been firing that biscuit tonight.
Well, 11 shots. You got 4 goals on 11 shots for the Huskies in the second period. Claire Hills looks like she's, you kind of always wonder, they have got a lot of action as a goalkeeper. And all of a sudden you get a couple on it. She looks like she's in the game. Huskies are in control of this one.
Well, they've got a power play goal, a shorthanded goal, and a couple of even strength goals. And the Huskies feeling very confident where they're at here at the end of 2 complete here from the Andover Community Center. Joe Rulin, Jim Giles. This is the quarterfinals of the Section 7AA playoff matchup here as Andover taking on Elk River. We'll return with a third period shortly.
Okay, everybody, we are live in 2 minutes. Bring up the slate. Cameras, let me know when we're halfway through the intro, and we will roll.
The crew here at QCTV is dedicated to bringing you quality programming all year round. We couldn't be more proud of the activities that we cover and the employees that bring it to you.
I'm Ryan Mush-Pierce, and I am your production manager for QCTV. And I say I'm your production manager because we are here to serve our communities. Over the years, I've watched these kids grow up through the high schools. I've watched the communities grow. I've watched the businesses grow. And to be part of all that, it just means everything. All right, thank you, everybody. We're going to fade to black, and I need an opening shot in camera 2. Fade to black in 3, 2, 1. Fade it. Bring up opener graphic. Bring up announcers. All right, guys, we're in it. Good job, good job, good intro. How long?
20 seconds.
And we're out. Back to camera 1. All right, I need another close-up. Maybe 3. 33. Ready, fan cam. And full fan cam. One of the best parts of the job is covering the parades and the sports and all the events, broadcasting that out to the world. and then seeing a message from Grandma and Grandpa living down in Arizona saying, hey, QCTV, thanks for broadcasting this event so I can watch Johnny or Susie play their favorite sport. I always love those moments. It really makes the job worth it.
So the primary role of our full-time producers is to deliver timely and engaging video content in the communities we serve. Our mission is to provide consistent, cutting-edge video content that keeps residents informed about what's happening in their own backyard. In addition, QCTV creates more than 200 social media videos annually, along with vertical short-form content, live stream events, and regular government meeting coverage.
You'll see the QCTV truck and the crew always out there hard at work getting these events covered. We'll be battling the snow, we'll be battling the sun, all the elements, just to bring you the coverage.
I've been with QCTV for 17 years, and I continue to look forward to coming to work every single day. Each day brings new challenges and creative opportunities. Our team is made up of exceptionally talented producers, and I'm constantly inspired by the collaboration and passion they bring to their work. Over the years, I've seen our videos make a meaningful difference in the community, and that feeling never gets old.
Of course, none of this would be possible without you, our viewers. We sincerely appreciate you tuning in to see all the different programs we offer.
Chamber of Commerce inviting you to watch the January edition of the Chamber
today
Report
we're talking,
right here
of
on
course,
QCTV. We are going to wrap up.
Welcome to QCTV's Live and Local, the Andover edition, and we are here at the Warming House at
He takes it and it'll roll out of play, and the Huskies are going to take home a quarterfinal.
Absolutely.
State tournament win.
A couple little ones I try to help motivate.
Now giving out over $1.5 billion.
To honor and honor to walk, we post almost.
Again, we are committed to all the different stories, and it's your QCTV crew that brings it to you. Thank you.
Yeah, I really like swimming because I feel like there's opportunity to get better every day. You don't rely on somebody else to really push yourself, and especially in practice, you're really fighting against your own head. It's a very tiring physical sport, but that's where the mental part comes into, is just pushing past those barriers, and I really like that. I think it really builds discipline and character.
I think a lot of the reason I do swimming is so I can translate that to other sports, because I do baseball and track and field actually, and I feel like in the wintertime that helps me like really strengthen myself, I guess, as an athlete. And then I do feel like how you just said that, like, even though you're by yourself in the water, that the team aspect, especially with like relays and just cheering people on in general, that it's like really team encompassing.
I mean, if we weren't able to bond outside of practice, we wouldn't be a team. Quite frankly, we wouldn't be a team. And it's like having those swim parties after like our home meets sometimes, and after our championship meets, or even like just on the bus. It's like somebody will start playing a song on their phone or speaker, everyone starts singing along. It's those small things that sometimes don't even have to do with swimming that end up being the things that help us bond together, which translate to being a better team as like a whole.
So personal goals, I'd really like to make it back to state. That'd be really fun. But I think as a team, I really want that 203 relay record to go down. We were very close to that, so that'd be really fun. And maybe getting top 3 at true team sections and just regular sections would be great.
We always try to have like a high GPA. I think our team has had the highest GPA in our section, our conference, for a few years now, and we always try to keep that. We always try to keep our team like respectful and positive no matter what. And I think the respect thing goes a long way, especially when we go to other people's places. As terms of personal goals, I would say that's as the season go on. I usually get my events that I want to lettering or PRing. I like to make goals like right now at the beginning of the season. I've always wanted to break 30 in the 50 freestyle. That's something I've kind of been on like. I've done it unofficially, not on a meet, so it hasn't counted. But at the very beginning, you oftentimes set unrealistic goals for yourself. But as the season goes on, you start to refine them. Well, so this year, my goal that's my personal goal, just to break 30 in 50 freestyle. But also me now being a captain is also being able to trying to help other people achieve their own goals, because that's something that I have to be concerned about now as a captain, and as well as just keep the team together, and that kind of translates over to our like team goals as being, I think, just I know we focus a lot on swimming in itself is an individual sport, but also as a goal as a team is also trying to support each other as a group too, because sometimes it's really easy to get in your head in this sport, and as a team, this year we press really hard on trying to make sure that, hey, it's okay you have a bad swim sometimes, that happens, and it doesn't define you as a swimmer, that just defines a day. I mean, it's like a bad day is not a bad life, and to be able to treat how you train that way helps us, like, not only as an individual but as a team, that helps us grow beyond to what we expect to grow at the beginning of the year.
Food insecurity touches millions, leaving countless families unsure where their next meal will come from. It's a daily struggle affecting health, focus, and well-being. Cole with Anoka County Public Health here. You should know that this is a challenge we can meet together. By supporting local food shelves, starting community gardens, and learning about national food programs, we can turn the tide against hunger. Every can donated, every dollar given, every hand extended in help makes a difference. Let's unite to ensure no one has to go to bed hungry in our communities. Together, we can end food insecurity. Reach out, get involved, and make an impact at goanokacounty.org.
Hi there, I'm Cameron Kaitonen, City of Andover Natural Resources Technician. I'm here to talk about the Nature Preserve Commission, formerly known as the Open Space Advisory Commission, which is an advisory board to the City Council. This group is primarily tasked with management and maintenance decisions of the 4 nature preserves in the City of Andover. This group was originally formed in 2006 to help decide what properties to purchase after the approved $2 million bond referendum that same year. After that referendum went through, the group helped to decide on 4 preserves that were purchased. The group is also tasked with looking at potential funding options for potentially buying new land in the city. The group generally meets quarterly on the second Wednesday of the month at around 6 p.m. So beginning in November, December, we will be looking for new members to the group. There will be information in the November, December edition of the city newsletter, which will outline the application process and instructions for if you are interested in applying. So if you are interested in the outdoors, interested in being a part of the community and working along with the City of Andover, and also would like to meet new people, this might be a great opportunity for you.
Joe, I can review some scores.
Moments away here from the start of the third period from the Andover Community Center. It was a 2-0 lead for the Huskies after that first period, and they've managed to put up another crooked number. 4 more goals in the second to take a boxcar nothing lead here, 6-0 over Elk River. And in those highlights, you'll see a variety of goals scored, some from the specialty teams, both a shorty and a power play goal. And it didn't take long as the Huskies started with the power play to begin that second period, and Schreifel just snipes one. Bar down on that shot. Beautifully done. She gets another one later, goes low side. That was a shorthanded goal. Off the face-off here. Again, another score there for the Huskies, cutting in that time. They gave that goal to Piper Andrews and not Gertis, is my understanding. And the Huskies were just all over. Unfortunately, Mogren in that second period, as they put up 4 goals, and they have outshot Elk River 26-7. Just an offensive, impressive display for Andover.
Joe, we don't have any score yet on the Anoka-Duluth game that's going on right now. But on the other side, the Northern Tier is in a game, really, against Forest Lake. It's 3-0 Forest Lake over Northern Tier. And the 4-5 matchup, Grand Rapids Greenway 2, the Blaine Bengals 2. So that is playing out to be a good 4-5 matchup.
Yeah, during the break we talked a little bit more because I was so stubborn and I wouldn't let it go. The Huskies overtime win that really kind of broke things loose for Andover en route to their first state tournament. And that was that overtime. The Huskies actually were down to Forest Lake, the number 1 seed, and they tied it with 13 seconds left. Gabby Kraus, and then Gabby Kraus, and that was assisted on that tying goal by Maddie Clough and Peyton Hemp. Those names may ring a bell. And then, of course, the winner with 23 seconds in. Here's the chance. Backhander. Beautiful save. Oh, denied by Hills. And then they just kind of plop one right into her lap on the second follow-up shot. But unbelievable here as you see the running time in play. But I'll tell you, a nice breakaway opportunity there for Jaden Peterson. Shows her explosive speed. And Hills just continues to show herself just technically sound as a goalie.
Yeah, what a great pad save, able to throw out that leg. But boy, Peterson is impressive. She has got some speed and some hand skills.
Over the logo and sent right back in. That's an impressive start for Elk River. They're certainly not hanging their heads coming out of that locker room, down 6-0 to start that third period.
Well, if you're going to get back in it, you got to stop the clock. And one goal will help that stop that clock on that running time.
Open ice across the logo, going in. A drop pass that by Wagner. It deflects it just beyond the blue line. Everyone has got to get back on side here for Andover. Circling is Wagner just outside and tries to come right back in again and hold his own. Good job to hold his own as long as they did. It's poked right back out by Elk River. Icing the call here, and both teams getting back at it. And, we talk about these two teams, but we also talk about, the players. I know Maddie Bazal for Elk River playing in the PWHL, and, of course, a number of players for Andover as well there. But collegiately, you look at, Ella Berger. There's a face-off and a nice shot, a beautiful pad save made by Mogren. Had a recent look, too, at some of the statistics coming in. There's one player also, part of those teams, as we watch a chance here for the Huskies. Wrister that time lifted. That was Larson. Had her stick lifted at the last minute. More pressure, dialing it up here, Andover. Yeah, through the shot, scores! Oh, the narrowest of angles, and slid that through the crease and right off of the far post. Her first goal I believe it'll be her first goal for Lily Rolfer. What a snipe. And that was just perfect. It couldn't have been struck any better. We'll maybe get a better look at that here in a moment.
She hit it off, and it went off a defenseman's skates. It went off McMillan's skate and into the net. Great job by the senior. Her first goal. What a way to do it in the section playoff.
7-0 lead. Back behind. That just so throw that puck in front. But that one had some zip on it. Larson will get the assist. That's Shelby, I believe, her second assist. She assisted on the first goal of the game, scored by Peyton Haley. Schreifels has a look here, and a snipe that time missed the net altogether. You could tell she was gearing up for a good look that time. Back is Piper Andrews. Andrews stops the possession or the momentum of the puck, gets it to Gertis, and Gertis whistled for the offside. This time continues to tick, under 13 to play. 7-0 lead after the goal by Lily Rolfer, her first of her career.
Well, Joe, you were talking about St. Thomas and, Ellie Berger, who has got records here. She's got to be approaching some collegiate, at least St. Thomas records, I would imagine.
She's has already 6 goals, 16 assists this season, but in her career, 40 goals, 23 assists. Maddie Brown, 20 career goals, 33 assists, shot and a save made. Covering up is Hills there. And then Nora Sowers, this season alone, 3 goals, 5 assists. And Kaylin Mom also getting some points along with Maya Engler, followed by Courtney Little getting plenty of ice time. And then, of course, Jamie Nelson has had herself a season with the Gophers. She's got 9 goals, 24 assists. I had a chance to do part of the call when she was playing at St. Cloud State, and she got the hat trick this year in the WCHA matchup. And she has just been hitting it and just playing well. Also, a player who, graduated also from St. Thomas about a year ago, Maddie Clough, ran into her dad, and she's playing in Hungary. She scored her first goal in Hungary just a day or two ago. Tells me the games are about 7 hours time differential for them, so she gets a chance to watch. So that's cool. That depth of Andover girls hockey kind of lives across the globe.
So a 7 o'clock game over there is noon here? What's near?
About that, I think the game was at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
For him, and he was trying to watch it. I think at 1:30 in the morning. And whatever time that might have been there, but nonetheless, they're chasing it back down. Yeah, and Mike proud of those. And of course, another daughter here, Molly, having herself a season. Look at the Jets coming here, flying through, splits the defense, sets it up, Andover. Well in command here. 2-0 lead after that first period, but a kind of a chance. You don't want to ease up because you want to be able to keep the flow and the technique going, as a penalty is going to be whistled on Andover with 10:25 to play, third period. And it appears imminent that they will be taking on, or at least hosting, one more game here in the semifinals that will take place on Saturday. And it's probably going to be Anoka, would be my instincts. As we look for some of those scores, you had some of them from Forest Lake. Is that 3-0, I believe, Jim?
Yep, Forest Lake up 3-0 on Northern Tier.
Shot short side, save made there by Hills. In front, picked up. Sent back up. That was Dorstead, whistled for that penalty. And having to make another save is Mogren.
Well, here
I'm shocked it's just 27 shots.
Well, it really is. Yeah, that is shocking. The other thing that's shocking is right now it's a 4-on-5, and the Huskies have been on the attack mode, not the defensive shell that you'd expect on a penalty kill.
Wrister here by Clough. Good low shot, looking to get the rebound. Jumping, nice pass. Fensky sends a missile just wide of the mark. Finally, the breakout. Ever so dangerous, Jaden Peterson. She's had a couple of good looks, and you can see one heck of a skater, too. Cuts it, turns it, sends it right out, throws it out front. Just there, Fensky cutting it back down. Fensky tries to get over to cut off the forward and hold the zone. Doing that. Fensky with it again, centers in front. Gertis was waiting, but it hit one of the Elk River players, and it caroms back to the corner. 20 seconds left on the power play here for Elk River. Schreifels sends it across to the far board there. Pad save made by Mogren. Back through. A couple of good shorties and some pressure here. The speed here this afternoon has really taken a toll for Elk River. And you mentioned also, Jim, you had covered the game they met earlier this year, but 3-on-1 chance now coming in. Shot. Save is made. Deegan. That puck may have not made it to Mogren on the shot by Olsen. But the Huskies in their first meeting up in Elk River this year, they were down 1-0, I believe, after the first period and into the second period, correct?
They were, and then they were able to tie it up and get two other goals. It was 3-1 after the second period. And, you know, the thing is that the Huskies completely dominated the game. They just, the Elks goaltending was very solid defensively. They did a nice job of clearing rebounds. But still a 5-1 win.
Schreifels gains the line, has the shot. Oh, a chance for the hat trick there. And she came in with some explosive strides and put that shot on, just missing. A chance for that third goal. Shot above the dot here, and a goal after deflection and getting it after the initial save. It leaps over the top. Shelby Larson picks up her third goal of the season.
Well, as a goalie, you're frustrated because you make the initial save and it kind of jumps over your shoulder. But now you've got an 8 spot up there. You can see Larson rips it and just bounces over the shoulder of Holmgren.
8-0. Clough takes it to the corner. Now reverses ice. Shielded there closely by Elk River. Elk River has some numbers and always interested in trying to find that puck. She's got a motor. And there's Jaden Peterson. Clough will pick up a dime.
Haley and Clough with the assist.
Back again is Fensky, and ahead, her pass picked off on the loose, charging in inside the blue line. Elk River trying to break that goose egg here at 8-0.
Well, every time Peterson's on the ice, it is a little breathtaking for the Elks. She could be a weapon.
Oh, and her skating, her cycling is so pure. It's just impressive to watch. It was like watching Sweden and Finland on the power play during the junior world championships. They could move the puck.
Or maybe when you were on the luge event back in the
yes.
68 and the 80 and the
they
the
could
Olympics.
cycle. It was just, for me, it was just an alienated, hamstring that really held me off of that team, that sled team. That was crushing.
I'm sorry to hear that. They've got the technology.
You've got some people with an ACL skating in.
Exactly.
Wrister here. And Lindsey Vaughn going to give it a run with that torn ACL. I think that's the second time she's torn that. What guts to come down the hill at about 90 miles an hour. Skating in. Wrister here, just like she's speeding her way downhill. And it's Gertis who picks up the loose change and finds the back of the net. I stand corrected. Is that Hermanson? Okay, congratulations to Sydney Hermanson with the hair flopping down. Initially, I thought it was 10.
10 and 9, and with that hair, you can never tell. She gets the rebound. Big rebound comes up, and she's parked right on the doorstep,
And that's
exactly where she needs to be.
And Hermanson's first career goal as well. 9-0 here as time continues to run. South of 4 minutes to play.
Another senior that gets that's a goal. That's so fantastic to get a goal.
It's got to feel like a gold medal.
Yeah, there you go.
But it's got to feel great
after
the hours of practice and the time.
Yeah.
But I think even more impressive has been the number of different
players that have scored tonight.
You got it.
The
Huskies.
only score is Trifle. Sorry.
You got it. And the high shot here just off the mark. Good look just inside the blue line. A shot there taken by the Elks. 9-0 lead, 3:20 remaining in running time. Bringing it in, Dorstedt tries to snipe one there. Hermanson in her first career goal. Skating down. Oh, dry and a rising wrister, gloved that time and secured by Hills. And again, you get another look at that pure speed.
I tell you what, Peterson right now, there are 9 shots on goal by Elk River. I think she's got 8 of them.
I think so.
She's been all over the place.
Off the half wall there, trying to control. Moving it up. Piper Andrews right to the stick. Continuing to move its way. Kvensky. Lofted up, cross, and through the neutral zone. That will bring on an icing whistle. And south of 2 minutes by the time we probably take this face off. Close to a minute remaining. And Huskies, they're hitting on all cylinders, Jim, just from the start. Passing, tape to tape, explosive.
You know, in the first period, you kind of saw them trying to force things. Force a pass, and not a lot of movement. Now they're skating well. The second period they came out, and like you said, good tape-to-tape passing, good spacing, good skating. This is going to be a tough team to reckon with.
Waiting at, I don't know the exact time. Maybe I've heard 2 o'clock, maybe for a game on Saturday. As the Huskies will get one and at least another game here at home in this section playoffs as they advance to the semifinals. Icing there to call, and we'll get more on that. It could be noon or 2 is my understanding. But you always hate to ask anyone before the game.
Yeah. Well, you know, a team that has, maybe not been as productive as what they have been in the years past. They're definitely showing some offensive juice coming into this game.
In front, nice save, deflected. Tegan Olson, the second goal of the game, still battles in the corner. Huskies trying to move it out here. Schreifels, pass obstructed there. She's going to pick up a penalty. I don't think they'll drop the puck for the power play here with 20 seconds left. And Schreifels whistled for the trip, and the Huskies will get it, but time will expire before they actually drop the puck here. 10 seconds and counting. They try to quickly line the players up. And it is a 9-0 win this afternoon / evening now for the Andover Huskies. They take home an impressive win here over Elk River. So the number 2 seed Andover advances to the semifinals with this dominating win over Elk River. Jim?
Section 7 section playoffs. This is the 28th straight victory for the Huskies, which, that's just a mythical number. What an outstanding job Melissa Boak and her coaching staff has done, and boy, they seem like they're ready to go. The gas is ready to turn on.
Terrific here, and hey, take a look here at the brackets and what's ahead here as the team shake hands as You mentioned it will be Forest Lake, who probably, well, they were up 3-0, will probably take home that win.
4-0 now, and then Greenway, Grand Rapids Greenway, the Lightning are up 3-2 on the Bengals right now. No score out of Duluth and Anoka, and of course here 9-0.
And of course Andover takes on the winner of that Duluth-Anoka game. That'll take place on Saturday here on QCTV. There's the look at what's happening. That moves to the semifinals. Looking up here at the QCTV broadcast schedule. Wrestling, Jim, you'll be there tomorrow.
I can't wait. This is going to be an excellent duel tomorrow night. It's the Golden Shoe is on the line. The battle for the Golden Shoe, the Cardinals and the Tornadoes. Both coaches are excited. I've talked to both coaches. It's going to be an excellent wrestling night tomorrow night.
And the girls section play again. That's coming up on Saturday. The time to be determined. Girls basketball on the 10th, Champlain Park. Playing Andover Huskies on the 10th, and then on the 12th it'll be girls section hockey again. That will be the section championship matchup there to be determined when and where and what time and the opponent. So, well, with a great start, then they were relentless. The Huskies, they dominate a 9-0 win here this evening over Elk River. They advance to play on Saturday in the semifinals. And hey, Joe Ruins for the whole QCTV crowd and crew as a whole, great job. And Jim, great to work with you again.
Yes, for the 2.5 periods I was here, I certainly appreciate that, Joe.
9-0 win. Hey, thanks for joining us on this QCTV sports presentation. Thanks for joining us. Have yourself a major league evening at a minor league price.